Alright. Now we have Only Memories Shine. That is what we are going to do next. Get back. I think it'll be easier from here, maybe. Perhaps. I don't know, nothing is really close. Could rent a bike. Could do. But this way I can pick up random crap along the way. Have I done this one?
I feel a poem coming on. I'll call
No, I
it
haven't.
Momo and the Sun.
Have now. How many inspiration, dues do I still need? Oh, 397 out of 531. Ew. A line of shadows. Are they here to fend off the Esslings? Maybe. You look troubled. Did you find another historical clue? Oh, Nikki, you're just in time. I was about to head back to Florawish to ask for your help. A child told me they'd seen the shadows from the stories, only this time they were lined up information. Lined up information? How strange. Indeed. I have a few thoughts. After all, when it comes to standing information, the first thing that comes to mind is training exercises for the guards. Daily training exercises for guards? That's definitely possible. But back then, only a handful of Wimmancers had the power to stand against Esslings. Ordinary folks wouldn't have stood a chance. However, based on the historical records I've studied, I have another theory. They might have been part of a supply expedition team. Supply expedition team? You mean a group that, when resources were scarce, ventured into the wilderness to search for supplies? A group like that? Exactly. Esslings not only threatened lives, but also destroyed homes, polluted the land, and blocked the roads leading to other regions. So after the Veil Fall, supplies must have run dangerously low. The supply expedition team mentioned in the historical records must have made a huge contribution. This is what intrigues me the most. Throughout history, whenever supplies grew scarce, people instinctively banded together, forming one expedition team after another. Are we talking about Expedition 33? Great game, by the way. Yet, in the historical records from the period following the Veil Fall, only this single expedition team is given special mention. Whoa, so did they find a ton of supplies for everyone? Unfortunately, the records only mention that they risked their lives to return to the disaster site, and that everyone was deeply grateful for their bravery. It sounds like they were exploring the ruins, but what exactly did they find? Why not ask the shadows themselves? They could be the very team the records speak of. Alright, let's find out. They don't really look like they're standing in formation. They look like they're waiting in line to talk to this one on this side. Let's move toward where the streams converge. We can avoid any monsters that way. Everyone clear on the plan? No problem. I've written it all down in my notebook. After all, we're searching for something extremely valuable. There's absolutely no room for mistakes. The shadows say what they're searching for is extremely valuable. Nikki, this could very well be that supply expedition team. But maybe for people of that era, even everyday supplies were precious. At least we know where this team was headed. Maybe we'll cross paths with them again there. Okay. guess let's head off that way. I will continue to pick up my items as we go. Oh, Phoebe again? Nikki, it looks like there aren't any shadows around here. But there are so many tiny specks of blue light everywhere. I think I might have a theory. Do you remember during the earlier investigation we noticed some blue specks of light converging around the shadows? What if we gently disturbed these floating specks of light, got them moving a little? Maybe they'd lead us to the shadows. Look, the lights are flying towards something. Okay. Okay, I need to get them all together. Let's just pretend I know what I just did. The shadows have appeared. Nikki, let's listen to what they're saying. We've been spotted. This is bad. Covering ourselves with black cloths doesn't fool those monsters at all. Too bad. This was the closest we've ever gotten to home. Everyone, prepare to retreat. No need. Go around from the side. You're shouting so loud. Are you trying to get yourself killed? Exactly. I'll use my voice to distract them. You just concentrate on getting what we came for. Now hand me a torch. Don't be foolish. I promised your mother, Mrs. Riva, that I'd keep you safe. Hey, come back. Uh-oh. The shadow who appeared to be the leader said this was the closest they'd ever gotten to home. According to the historical records, they returned to the very site of the disaster. So that means the ruins they were exploring, the site of the disaster, were actually their old homes. Based on what you said, it's likely these people were suddenly attacked by Esslings and had to flee in such a hurry that they didn't have time to pack their belongings. Whether it was food, clothing, crafting materials, or weapons to fight the Esslings, they took nothing with them. Aw, really hope they made it home safely. It sounded like they were ambushed by Esslings along the way. That girl tried to draw the Esslings away so that the others could escape. I'm really worried. I don't see any other shadows around here either. Nikki, I remember one of the shadows saying the girl's name was Riva. I wonder if there's a record of her in the Wishfield archives. Wait a minute. You said someone with the last name Riva? Previously, when I was doing some research, I happened to come across a family by that name. The youngest daughter inherited a little plant shop from her grandfather. She spends her days selling plants right outside the Stylist Guild. Sure. Oh, you mean Matilda, the little girl with the loud voice? No way. Could being loud be a family trait of theirs? Nikki, let's hurry and go ask her. Are you going now? Yes. Is something wrong, Phoebe? Nothing. It's just been a while since I last saw her. Let's go. Okay. Weird reaction, Phoebe. Not gonna lie. That was kind of sus. Welcome to Matilda's Botanical Home. Huh? Is my voice getting quieter? It must be those ever-flowing blue tears. Oh, Phoebe, I thought you weren't really into crafting clothes. What brings you to my shop? Do you have more questions for me? More? This is Matilda Riva. I once spent some time asking her questions for a research project called The Remarkable History of a Little Plant Shop Outside the Stylist Guild. That is the longest title like ever and such a hyper specific focus. Interesting. Sounds like quite the research project. Exactly. That's how we became close friends. Hello, Nikki. Hi, Matilda. Would it be all right if we asked you some more questions? Absolutely. Have you ever heard of a supply expedition team that came into existence sometime after the Balefall? Or maybe you've heard of an ancestor of yours, a girl with a loud voice who bravely drew some Esslings away when her team came under attack? That sounds incredible. I've only ever read about heroes like that in stories. Are you saying someone like that was really an ancestor of mine? We're not sure, but we do know she had the last name Riva. Then, could I join you in uncovering this young heroine's story? I thought after 6 months of interviews, you'd never want to talk about your family history again. Not at all. Our family is actually very grateful to you. Although we didn't find any important family historical records after turning my whole basement upside down, we did find Grandpa's botanical notes from when he was young. A jar of rainy orchids, Grandma taught me to fold using candy wrappers, and the income and expense records from when the shop first opened. Such special keepsakes. Exactly. There's also stuff from my parents and me, all memories we'd long forgotten. So I thought, by helping you investigate this girl, I might also remember another story connected to my family. Oh, right. Grandpa told me that long ago, when Flora Wish was destroyed and hadn't yet been rebuilt, many people lived near Relic Hill in Breezy Meadow. That sounds like a useful clue. I'll take you there to have a look. We can even pick some fresh plants along the way. Okay.
When I turn around, I always see Momo stepping on my shadow.
Back to Breezy Meadow, I guess. Pick me here. All right, this way.
Yep.
All right. You. Oh, more of the ghosties. No, my bling. Wow, just like ghosts from a scary story. Is this what you're looking for? That's right. Thank you, Matilda. I'm glad I could help. Actually, all I remember is Grandpa telling me which plants nearby were worth picking. Luckily, even though the wind scatters the seeds, the overall plant distribution stays mostly the same, and my memory is pretty reliable too. That's a unique way of remembering things. Nikki, let's go listen to what these ghosts have to say. You're injured. You need to head to the camp and rest. Head toward the snowy mountains. There's a mark on the wall near the entrance. Don't light a lamp. Just feel for it. Hurry, go. But Captain, you're not leaving. Neither is anybody else. The Esslings are advancing this way, and time is of the essence. The more hands we have, the better, right? Look, the Riva family's house is the only one we haven't found yet. It seems like this really was their home. The expedition team did reach their destination, but not without sacrifice. Many were injured. Also, the Esslings were closing in on them. Even so, they stayed and searched until the very last moment. Did you learn anything from the shadows? Yes, as those who come later, all we can do is hope that the expedition team made it through safely. They have had. They have to have made it out safely. The shadows mentioned setting up camp near the snowy mountains and leaving markers. Let's split up and search around here. What's over here? Oh, some plants for me to pick up. What the? Oh, it was just Momo. What was he doing? He scared the crap out of me. Wait, where is... Did I go too far? I guess I did. I thought there was one over here. Guess not. This place doesn't quite match what the shadows describe. Nikki, let's check somewhere else. Now, this doesn't really seem to be a cave. Two more blings to add to my collection. Or rather, my wallet. Wait. It's always the one seed pearl. Never drops the same time as the others. Found him. Near the snowy mountains, there are still traces of the marks on the wall. Lie down. Don't push yourself. Here. Are these what you were looking for? A wishing one. Yes, yes, thank you. These are the flower seeds my mother asked me to plant. She used to scatter seeds and have me guess what colors the garden would bloom in each year. Then one day she told me it was my turn to plant and hers to guess. Captain, surely you remember. Back then, good weather was always just around the corner. You must know. These seeds have long since dried up. I know. Captain, what about the others' belongings? The wedding ring, the sewing kit, the wishing bottle tied with a black ribbon, and the wooden carving you made for your child. We found them. Don't worry. We found them all. In the end, what the supply expedition team was searching for wasn't supplies, nor gold or jewels, but the most precious things of all, their keepsakes, their memories. These things may not fill your stomach or keep you warm, but they're proof of lives once lived and a reason to keep on living. What is it that even though everyone survived, I still want to cry? Let's call Phoebe and Matilda over here and take a look. I'm sure they'll be very interested in what we found. Nikki led Phoebe and Matilda to the shadows and shared the conversation she'd heard. So that's what really happened. The story behind the historical records is that a group of people escaped an Essling attack and later formed an expedition team to return to their old village. They risked their lives searching this place for keepsakes that held precious memories. The most valuable treasures are memories. True, that day, although we didn't find any valuable treasures in my basement, the laughter never stopped as we relived those memories. By the way, Matilda, did you end up remembering anything about that girl with the surname Riva? I still don't know if she really is my ancestor, but her story touched me nonetheless. It feels as if there's a connection between her and me that transcends time and space. Of course there is. I think it's like those withered seeds, the very flowers worth picking that brought you here. No one asks where those handful of seeds were finally sown or which breeze carried in the flowers now blooming across Wishfield. When that girl saw those flowers, she remembered the childhood she spent with her mother, Matilda. What you recalled were the days your grandfather taught you how to gather plants. As long as Wishfield continues to bloom with vibrant flowers, we can believe that those withered seeds from long ago eventually took roots, enduring the passage of time. Whether or not you're related by blood, the members of that supply expedition team were surely the forebears of those who now call Wishfield home. I understand now. The history is part of the past, too. The keepsakes they once cherished are what bring us warmth and happiness today. Nikki, Momo, Phoebe, I think you're your own kind of supply expedition team, bringing lost memories back to everyone here. Oh, I only played a small part. It was really thanks to Nikki, whether it was uncovering the tale of the serpent and Alicia or the story of the expedition team. She's the one who brought all these memories of Wishfield back to life. Thank you, Nikki, for helping us to rediscover the story of Wishfield. From now on, I'll proudly share this story with every customer so everyone will know about the incredible team of individuals that once was. Let's not forget the amazing stylist who uncovered their story, Nikki. Got a message on your pair pal?
A rainy day is perfect for picking rainy orchids.
Check messages on pair pal. Hey Nikki, do you have time to swing by the Stylist Guild? Someone dropped off a thank you gift here and asked us to pass it on to you by name. Who sent it? We didn't notice who left it, and the note they included wasn't signed. Looks like they went out of their way to stay anonymous. Huh. Intriguing. Maybe it's someone who does remember those dead people. Hi, Nikki. Welcome back to the Floorwish Stylist Guild. How can I help you? About the anonymous gift. I've heard that story too. People in the past endured so much hardship just to reclaim keepsakes from their own old lives. It's so touching. The person who secretly left a gift at the Stylist Guild's door with a note asking us to pass it to you must have felt the same way. Please accept this token of gratitude. In my childhood bedtime stories, there was always a wooden carving with worn down patterns and a group of remarkable ordinary people. Only today did I realize that they were actually real. Oh, cool. That's cute. I love that we're slowly uncovering the true history of this place. It's very nifty.